Hey all, Avros here, back with the challenge quest released alongside the New Dimensions and Transcendence stage and Porom's LD weapon. So this fight is a two-wave encounter against Lunatic Spineclad in the first wave and Lunatic Snakepods in the second wave, and both these fights have a 30% bravery damage taken reduction. Across the available units for this fight, you have a massive 9 boosted available to choose from, and 4 of these have access to burst weapons, so if you will have them, feel free to bring one along as a pick for team building, as it will give you access to an extra phase that doesn't count towards turn count or anything like that to get this fight done. Keep in mind, out of the 9 boosted units, King and Lulu don't have LD weapons yet, as well as King is still level 70, so apart from them you have the following options if you want to use level 80 characters with LD and or BT weapons. So Warrior of Light has his BT, provides a lot of tankiness even without it via his LD and his Brave gain amounts that he has there, and Bravery Shield, so there should be no way with him on the team against these bosses that should die as long as you have his LD buff up and his character boards all done there. Secondly is Paladin Cecil, another BT option here. Provides damage boosting both to bravery and HP damage, battery, healing, light enchant, and imperil, so a full support kit there, as well as dealing some decent damage of his own. Next up for BT is Sephiroth, the third BT option you've got. A serious damage dealer with some good splash damage in his kit now with his rework, and his newly golden framed debuff on his LD, and some hard-hitting attacks is a great option if you want to bring a burst more damage focused there, and if you have support roles covered with the other units available. And the last BT option is Layle. He provides very good battery, some damage increases where he can be a bit of a launch god for this fight, and seriously reduce the overall turn count requirement and make short work of both waves with his launches. As far as the other units go, you have Cypher. While a serious contender for dealing damage in this fight, the second wave bosses do make themselves immune to delay at certain points, so his new Purge debuff does lose some of its potency there as you won't get those one-turn delays. He's definitely a useful AoE damage dealer though still for this fight, so don't worry about not bringing him just because you miss out on the delays or anything like that. Next up is Kurasame, probably one of the best non-BT units you can bring for damage boosting. Between his buffs, his enchants, imperils, the increase he brings to both, bravery and HP damage, he's super helpful in this fight and can really increase how much damage you put out, and deals pretty decent damage in his own right, so a great option for any team building you might be doing. And lastly we come to the new LD and Porom, and she's got a lot of positives in her kit if you build the right teams around to go with her. So she provides a lot of bravery gain effects, and other batteries as well can be very useful to increasing her overall damage, and she's also got some great buffs as a major part of her kit, and a lot of it is based around refunding bravery based on HP damage done, so any battery you can do to help her out with providing more battery to everybody else, and then sort of becomes a positive feedback loop there. It's really the best way to try and utilize her for any fights, including this one going forward. So most of the other options in the teams you can build there's a lot of battery between these units, really helps her out, so she's a great addition to any of those battery focused teams for this event. That said, with that all covered, the fight itself isn't too tricky. It's a chaos difficulty fight, bit of skill spam here and there, bring the right units along, make the right sort of party composition, and there shouldn't be too much trouble with this fight. So with all of that covered, if you have anything else you'd like to discuss, please ask down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of the video.
真の像まで凍りつけぶっ飛べ続きますわ追い込むぞ りすます。絶対レードの一撃。
黙ってなさい。
手本を示す。
慈悲などないぞ。これがさ
死神からは逃げられまい。切り刻む。
やっちゃうぞ。届くんだな。ミキパー
続きますわ。
油断した。ミキパー
続きますわ。
速攻だ。よーし、これならとどめ。おりゃ
続きますわ。
追い込むぞ。
ー、ほろいんだよ。行くぜ。
続きますわ。
追い込むぞ。
ぶっ飛べ。
続きますわ。
追い込むぞ。
オーケー。
続きますわ。
追い込むぞ。
マジで行くぞ。ビビるなよ。はあ、ほらよっと捕まえた。
攻撃に転じましょう。任せておきな。せーの。自業自得よ。
任せろ。
追い込むぞ。
黙ってなさい。
ぶっ飛べ。
続きますわ。
追い込むぞ。
ぶっ飛べ。
続きますわ。
追い込むぞ。
白くカモン。
追い込むぞ。
任せろ。
お役に立てて光栄